There's one image, just one, that ever leaked from the building. Nobody knows who took it. Nobody knows who uploaded it. All anybody knows is that it appeared online for 8 minutes, inside a tiny Discord server, before every account got banned and the server disappeared like it never existed. It's the image you're looking at now. Just a hallway. Or at least, that's what it looks like. A narrow maintenance corridor with sickly yellow lights humming overhead. But when you stare longer, the whole thing feels wrong. Like the hallway's stretching somehow, way longer than the geometry should allow. Something about the depth looks bent, almost like the floor is sloping downward, even though it appears flat. But the real nightmare? Right there on the elevator panel. A button that shouldn't exist. A button that's not on any blueprint. A button labeled B7. Some people claim there's a faint silhouette at the end of the hallway, like someone stepped out of frame a second before the shot. Others say the shadows don't come from any normal light source, like the lights leaking through the walls themselves. They tried tracing the metadata, but the phone's owner went missing the same night the image surfaced. That's the only known visual evidence of the hidden flaws, and that's where the story starts. Chapter 1. The building they warned you about. There's a skyscraper in the middle of the city. Tall, silver, expensive looking, the kind of place you'd assume is filled with lawyers, corporations, and dudes wearing overpriced cologne. But ask the people who've worked near it long enough. Yeah, they act different. Some won't look at the building when they pass it, others cross the street without even realizing why. Security guards rotate like they're on punishment duty. Everyone agrees on one thing. The elevators ain't normal. If you take them during the day, you won't notice anything weird. Button panel looks normal. Floors look normal. Everything feels normal. But at night, after 11:30 p.m., the panel resets, buttons rearrange. And sometimes a soft mechanical voice whispers, "Restricted access granted." Thing is, nobody ever pressed anything. Chapter 2. The intern who didn't listen. The building hired a new intern last year, a 19-year-old kid named Alex. Smart kid, annoyingly curious. From day one, people warned him, don't mess with the elevators at night. Don't go below the lobby. Don't touch anything labeled with a letter. Alex thought they were messing with him. Some corporate hazing ritual. Then one night, he stayed late to finish paperwork. By the time he looked up, it was 11:42 p.m. and he was the only person on the entire floor. He called the elevator, stepped inside, and noticed the panel looked off. Buttons were shifted around. Some were missing. And there, right between B3 and B5, was a thin, unlit button. B7. Alex wasn't stupid. He knew damn well nobody ever mentioned anything about B7. So he did what any idiot 19-year-old in a horror story would do. He pressed it. The doors closed instantly. No elevator ding, no delay, and the whole car dropped so fast his stomach flipped. Lights flickered. Floor numbers vanished from the panel. And when the elevator stopped, it didn't open smoothly. It jerked open, like something was pulling the doors apart from the other side. Chapter 3. The long hallway. Alex stepped out. Turns out the leaked image? This is where it came from. The hallway was narrow, lit by buzzing fluorescent strips that cast long, sick shadows. The walls looked like they'd been painted 50 times over to hide something underneath. Everything smelled burnt, like melted plastic and old machinery. He took a picture on his phone. The same picture that would eventually leak online. That was the last normal thing he did. Because the deeper he walked, the more wrong everything felt. The hallway sloped, even though it looked flat. Lights flickered like they were synced with a heartbeat. Every few steps, he saw scratches on the walls. Long, deep, claw-like grooves. About 10 feet in, he noticed something else. Cameras. Not normal security cameras. These ones were old, bulky, wired like they were built decades ago, and every single one of them moved. Slowly, following him. Alex whispered, "Okay, screw this." And then, like on cue, the lights went out. Chapter 4. The first voice. Pitch black. Not dark, not shadowy. Absolutely, suffocatingly black. Somewhere far down the hallway, something spoke through a speaker. "Participant detected." Alex froze. No, hell no, I'm not a participant." The voice didn't care. "Test begins now." Lights snapped back on, but not the same way. This time, everything was tinted red. The walls looked wet, like something was dripping from the ceiling. A low electronic hum filled the hallway. That's when he saw the signs. Small metal plates bolted into the wall, each one labeled with a simple instruction. Keep moving, do not look back. Smile when monitored. Stay centered on the path. Alex whispered, "What the hell kind of sawed-ass building is this?" But he walked anyway because staying still felt worse. And every camera he passed turned, tilted, tracked him. Somewhere behind the walls, gears clicked like dozens of tiny hands were adjusting machinery. Chapter 5. The Mirror Room. After what felt like 10 minutes of walking, he reached a door. A smooth, white metal door with no handle. It slid open automatically. The room inside was bright, too bright. The walls, the floor, the ceiling, everything was covered with mirrors. Every angle, every reflection, every step was multiplied forever. In the center of the room, a single metal chair. Above it, a sign. Smile, and then another. Do not stop smiling. Alex whispered, "Nope, no bro, I'm not playing whatever this is." But the door behind him slammed shut, locking him inside. A robotic voice echoed. Test 1, facial compliance. Alex felt every mirror watching him. He forced a weak, shaky smile. The room scanned him. A small green light blinked. Silence. Then the reflection directly in front of him. Just that one stopped smiling. Alex froze. His own reflection stared at him with a blank, dead-eyed expression. Then it tilted its head. Slowly, way too far to one side. Alex whispered, "Nah, dude, no, no, no." Every other reflection kept smiling, except that one. It lifted its hand, reached toward the glass. Tap, tap, tap. The mirror cracked. Chapter 6. The Red Floor. The room went black. A loud buzz filled his ears. When the lights returned, Alex found himself standing in a long red room. Red tiles, red ceiling, red haze in the air. At the entrance, a plaque read, "Step only on safe tile, wrong tile equals elimination." Yeah, he didn't like the word elimination. The tiles stretched out like a giant checkerboard. Some tiles had dust on them, some looked clean. He tested the first clean tile by poking it with his shoe. A loud metallic ping echoed. Something huge shifted behind the walls. Heavy footsteps, dozens of them. Like a crowd of people wearing boots. Alex backed up, tried the dusty tile. Silence. "Dusty it is," he whispered. Halfway across, he made a mistake. His shoe brushed a clean tile. Ping. In less than a second, dozens of metal doors slid open along both walls. Figures rushed out, tall, masked, moving in perfect synchronization, like they didn't have real bones. Alex sprinted, tiles pinging behind him. The masked figures flooded the room like a swarm. He dove through the exit door just as they reached him, the door slamming shut behind him. He collapsed on the ground, gasping. Chapter 7. The Crying Game. The hallway he landed in was dim, quiet, too quiet. At the end of the corridor, behind a small door, someone was crying. Soft, weak, a baby. A sign on the wall read, "Do not interact with distractions." Alex swallowed. "I mean, bro, it's a baby. I can't just..." But then another sign slid out from the wall, metallic and cold. "Help equals removal." Alex stepped closer to the door. The crying got louder. Suddenly the ceiling lights flashed. Warning, participant approaching illegal zone. Warning, behavioral failure. Expected, the crying stopped. Silence. Alex froze. Then, from the other side of the door, small fingers slid underneath it. Not baby fingers. Way too long, way too thin. They curled upward, scratching the floorboards. Alex bolted. Chapter 8. The Exit That Wasn't. He reached another elevator. Not the same one. This one was older, rusted, rattling like it hadn't been maintained since the 80s. He stepped inside and slammed the up button. The lights flickered. The elevator groaned. Then a voice whispered behind him, "Participant, do not leave." He turned. Nobody there. But the elevator mirror behind him showed a silhouette standing directly over his shoulder. He hit the button again, harder. The elevator jerked upward violently. Floor numbers flashed. B6, B5, B4, B3, B2, B1. Then it stopped. Not on lobby, on something else. A floor that wasn't supposed to exist. A 0. Chapter 9. The Final Test. The doors opened to total darkness. A mechanical voice said, Final evaluation, observation. A spotlight clicked on. In the middle of the room was Alex's phone. Unlocked, camera open, with a single photo on the screen. The leaked image. But now, there was something new in it. A figure, standing at the end of the hallway, facing him, closer than before. Alex whispered, "That wasn't there when I took it." The voice replied, "It was not there yet." Every light in the room went out, and something breathed behind him. Slow, deep, not human. He screamed, but the audio cut out. Chapter 10. Aftermath. Alex was never seen again. His phone ended up on a Discord server 8 months later, where someone uploaded the image before vanishing. Authorities deny any involvement. The building denies having any floor below B2, and the elevator company denies manufacturing any panel with a B7 button. But every night after 11:30 p.m., if you stand close enough to the service elevator, you can hear a voice whisper behind the steel, "Participant detected." And sometimes, just sometimes, the elevator doors open on their own.